So I'm going to make a tomato sauce for those of you who have crazy amounts of tomatoes right now. This is for Roma tomatoes, but you can probably use any kind. We use Roma because they're not very good raw. They're good for sauce. So what you need to do is you need to get a bunch of Romas, these are all from our garden, and cut them in half. And then lay them in a 9x13 pan. It also says to deseed them, but I never do because that's just too much work for me. So, and they come out delicious anyway. Next you take a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and you just kind of drizzle it over the whole thing. Next, you just sprinkle it with some salt and pepper to your taste. Next, you sprinkle 1 cup of finely diced onion over it, but we don't have that right now, and I've used this before. It's just onion granules, and we just sprinkle that over it, and it's still really good. So if you're out of onion granules work well. Or just dried onion powder, I guess. Then you put over the top of that some cloves of minced garlic. I used about 3 cloves. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons, but I love garlic, so I use a little more than that. Then over the top of that you sprinkle 1 teaspoon each of thyme and oregano, finely chopped up. And that's it. Then you stick it in your oven at 325 degrees and cook it for 2 hours. Okay, so now it's cooked for 2 hours, and I heated it up to 400 degrees, and you cook for another 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, so when they are all done and cooled, scoop them into your food processor or blender. And you process it until it's smooth. Delicious homemade tomato sauce. It's more like paste, so what you can do, what the recipe says to do, is take some white wine and mix it in and then boil it for a little while, for about 5 minutes. But I don't do that. I like it a nice paste so that I can just put it on my eggs. And that's it. Yummy!